Hey everyone, Mark here with Mark's Finance and Fitness. Today we're going to go over a fitness topic, as last time we did financials. And as we're all still, most of us are probably at home, I wanted to go over a move that I think is probably the most important move, and it's not to be neglected. I used to neglect this move, and that is the squat. When I first started working out, I never worked out my legs other than maybe running on the treadmill, which really doesn't build muscle or tone you. I learned over the years though, once I started doing the fitness classes, that squats are very important and they have done so much good for me, and they have turned out to be my favorite exercise. I look forward to the challenge and you just feel revved up afterwards. So today we're going to be covering squats, why it's my favorite move, and why you should not neglect it and put it in every workout that you do. Now, I appreciate everyone. I appreciate your support, and I hope that you enjoy this video, and there's going to be a lot more to come. So let's get started. Squats. What are the benefits of squats? First of all, squats strengthen your core. As I've said in prior videos, your core is involved in pretty much every move you do. In this one specifically, and again, your core is the front and the back and the sides. It's the whole center part of your body, and a squat will help strengthen that area. It also builds muscles in your lower body, specifically the hips, the butt, the thighs, and even the calves. It also reduces the risk of injury. As you strengthen your muscles in really any part of your body, we're focusing on the squats, the lower part, but anytime you strengthen your muscles around joints and things like that, you're going to strengthen those areas and increase your range of motion. This is a really good thing to do. Squats also are a huge calorie burner. I will say this at the end of the video as well, but when I'm doing squats, especially when I have a lot of weight on a bar, I feel the sweat just dripping down my elbows. It's amazing that a move that isn't a fast move still makes you sweat like crazy. It also boosts your athletic ability. So jumping, running, hiking, it's going to help with all those areas because your legs are pretty much used in anything you do throughout the day in your life, in your normal activities, but especially if you want to take it to the next level with certain athletic exercises, this is going to be a huge benefit for you. And then it also strengthens and is good for your bones and joints. Anytime you work out, it's going to strengthen your bones and also your joints. You increase that strength in the muscles around the joints. It's going to help protect them more. And then lastly, your mobility and balance will improve. Squats, you're doing a move on your feet and you're having to focus on balance as well, so you're going to get improvement here. Let's go over how to do a squat, and I'm going to talk about it as well as give you an example. So let me put the camera down. Alright, so here we are, and we're going to show you how to do a squat. Now, when you do a squat, you want to start with your legs slightly outside your hips, so you can see how my stance is right now. You also want your feet slightly pointed outward. You don't want them straight, you want it slightly pointed outward, and you'll see why in a minute. Again, tighten your core. Act like you're about to get punched in the stomach and you're bracing for that punch. Posture is key. You want to look straight ahead and have a straight back when you do your squat. So I'm going to turn to the side for the rest of the examples. Let's go this way. So the first thing you want to do is you want to sit back as if you're sitting in a chair. Many people make the mistake of bending their knees too far forward. This is not a squat. A squat is bringing your butt back with your knees slightly forward, going no further than your toes. And as you can see, my butt is back and all the weight is on my heels. So you want to put the weight on your heels, not your toes. You don't want to be in any type of tippy toe stance. You want the weight on your heels. Now, as I said, I'm going to turn back forward. When you squat, your toes are slightly facing outward. That is going to be the movement of your knees. You do not want your knees to go inward. You want them to follow your toes, your kneecaps to kind of follow your toes, and as you squat, you want them to bend at the direction of your toes. So as you bend and your knees are slightly going out with your toes, you're in the bottom of the move. You want to make sure that your butt is slightly above your knees. Now, you can go further down as you progress, but to start out, you want to make sure your butt stops right above your knees. And then as you come back up, you want to tighten those muscles, squeeze your butt till you come to a standing position again. Alright, so now let's go over how different variations of squats, what I recommend. If you're starting out, just beginning with squats, you should just use your body weight. Your body weight is still going to provide you with an extremely good workout. And like I said, just using your body weight, you're going to feel this in your legs. So be sure to start out with body weight. As you progress, you can add weight. The first thing you can do is you can add a plate. You want to hold the plate facing straight up. Pretend there's food on this plate and you don't want to spill it. So as you squat down, the plate stays upwards and then you just come up. This adds a little bit of weight to your squat, which is going to help build more muscle in your legs. Before we get to the bar, I want to show you some other things you can do. So again, you can simply just do the squat. And as you can see, my posture is good. You want to look forward, your chest and your head straight. You do not want to arch your back as you come down. That is not going to be good for your back. So some things you can do besides just a normal squat is you can do pulses. So you can just kind of hold and pulse maybe to a count of 4 and then come back up. You can do top half squats and bottom half squats. So you can stop halfway down and come back up, and you can do this several times. Or you can do bottom half where you come all the way down and only come halfway up, back down, halfway up. Another thing you can do is a squat with a hill lift. Now, remember me saying that you want to put all the weight in your heels. That's important, but when you come to the standing position, you're free of that squat move, and you can then tippy toe, which is going to help build your calves. So what you'll do is you'll squat down, come back up to a hill raise. Squat down, hill raise. Squat down, hill raise. So that's adding some extraness to your squats. Another thing that I like to do is called the drop squat. So what you'll do is you'll quickly drop down and you'll just hold here for 2 seconds and then rise back up. Okay? Drop, hold, rise back up. Another thing that you want to play with and have variety with is the width of your stance. So like I said, to start out, you want your legs slightly outside your hips, your feet shall I say. And what you can do is called the heel to toe width extension. So you bring your heel out and then your toe. This is the next width that you can do a squat in. And each width is going to target different muscles within your legs. And then you can heel toe out again to a wide squat. Same thing for each move, posture, everything that I went over. I think it's good to play with those 3 widths every time you do squats. It's going to target different areas of your muscles. Then, as you get more advanced, you want to start adding weight slowly. You want to do this in a safe way. You don't want to risk injury or falling down. So what I like to do is I like to use a bar. Now I did a workout earlier today, so I'm not going to do heavy weights. I can do a lot more than this, but this is just for an example. I don't want to overexhaust my legs as they already had a great workout today. So with the bar, what you want to do is get into your stance. You kind of want to flip it up and then put it on the meaty part of your back. This is right below your neck, and you'll feel it. It'll be more comfortable. And this is going to allow you to do the squats and focus on what you need to instead of the bar hurting you in any way. So when you progress and you add more weight, it's going to be the same thing, and you're just going to do your squats. And as I said, the more weight you add and the more you do squats, you're going to feel that drip, the sweat starting to drip down your arms from your elbows onto the floor, and that's a great feeling. To bring it up safely, always bend your knees when you go to lift or place something on the floor. Another important thing to mention for when you do squats is you want to have time under tension. So what that means is you don't want to do one squat and take a long break. You want to kind of do consistent squat exercises back to back to make sure you keep those legs loaded with the weight, whether it's your body weight, a plate, or a bar. So you want to make sure you're working those muscles out, you're building them, and the way to do that is to continuously do moves for maybe 5 minutes, and just make sure that you keep under tension. You don't want to do a squat, come up, and take a break. You want to keep going with those movements. So if you want to do a squat, followed by a few pulses, back to a squat, and then maybe a heel lift, you just want to keep it going. That you're going to start feeling it in your legs, and that's what's going to create the change that you want. That's what's going to build your legs and create strength and the ability to have all these benefits that I went over. Like I said, squats are my favorite move. Next in line is probably the burpee, but squats are my favorite move. I used to never like to work out my legs. Once I started working them out, I was addicted, and I saw the benefits of working out your legs and how much stronger you're able to become and athletic once you have great leg strength. With that said, I hope you integrate squats into your workout. Your legs are powerful. They can take the load. They're one of the most powerful muscles in your body. So challenge yourself, but make sure to do it safely with the proper weight and increase it over time. And by doing squats and building your muscles, it's going to make every day-to-day activities easier. Getting out of bed, getting in and out of your car, just from simple things to more athletic things, you're going to benefit greatly. And you're going to really thank yourself for doing so. So with that said, have a great workout, get some squats in today, say squat this, and we'll talk to you later.